hey, this is Jake Triplett. I don't know if you remember meeting me. I'm friends with so-and-so. Anyway, just kind of wanted to shoot my shot with you. And long story short, actually, it's already been a long story, but basically just kind of like tried to show him how I could add value to what he was doing. Because I knew it had just been him in a tripod for 4 years, ever since he'd blown up on Vine. I was like, I know he's got to be tired of this. And I've seen firsthand, right? Me joining Josh for that YouTube channel, the benefit of like two heads in the huddle, one becoming two, just even the accountability you have of like, hey, we said we were going to post 2 videos a week. Now we're accountable to each other to post those. When it's just you and you're like I'm sure you might be going through it right now. Like, I'm going to put out a podcast episode every whatever. If no one's really like there to like do it with you, it's way harder. And so anyway, just try to throw out a lot of things on why I thought I could add value. And it took a few phone calls and a little bit more convincing. And then eventually he's like, all right, let's do it. And so, and the initial, thing was like the furthest thing from a full-time position. I worked about 5 hours a week for months and months and months. I would shoot like one video and edit one video a week. And that was it.
Yeah.
So once again, crazy that it has become what it is. And now we have a podcast together. We have multiple YouTube channels together. And now I'm going on tour with him doing comedy. So very thankful to so many people in my life. For Josh, for the initial opportunity. For Target, for having a camera. For Trey, for answering the phone. It's just crazy how I've gotten
and Target
here.
having your wardrobe.
Target
previous.
Having Goodfellow & Co. jeans that I wear on stage every night. Just it starts and ends with Target, really. Chip and Joanna Gaines in their
Thanks,
section
Chip.
too. Yeah.
No, I think I love that call basically stemmed out of like, I want to add value to what you're doing. Like, obviously you wanted a job. Obviously you wanted to like get into comedy and do that stuff.
Yeah.
But of the angle of, I just want to add value to what you're doing. I feel like I can. And I think when we can go into just our everyday life, just saying that and thinking that like, okay, I know who I am and I know that I can add value to you or this, and not just jobs, but like to the people around us. I think that's like
relationships, friend groups, whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
Like just a community. Like I know who I am. I know what I can offer. And right now, like my wife and we've been having this conversation because I'm like a dreamer. Like all right, I've got the Google Docs or mine is Evernote of just
I
like
get down some Evernote.
lists of things that I would love to do.
Mm-hmm.
One of my ideas is a YouTube series called Let's Be Ballpark Frank, where we just have honest conversations at a baseball game eating hot dogs.
Love it.
Don't know if we're going to get there.
You got to start with a good name though, and you're already there. So that's the hardest step.
But like I have like to that idea and then just like more practical things that I'm like this podcast. But then my wife is like, I don't know if I have that, like
She's I just want to take out the trash.
I don't I don't wake up thinking about like those things yet. She has this way of putting people at ease like I've never seen before. Like
cool.
Anybody can come into our house and they just kick off their shoes and like they can just feel at home.
Mm-hmm.
And I love that about her. And so like for her, adding value to somebody's life in a practical way is very simple, and I think that is how it can be for many of us.